It's always good to speak from experience and also speak from what you observe and what you learn in your journey of becoming a child of God. It's always good to speak from that perspective. And today I want to share with you that, have you ever felt so good after sinning? Have you ever sat down with yourself and you commit that, you know what, this thing is bad, but I'm going to do it anyway? Like, I want that feeling. If I have that feeling, it will satisfy me. Have you ever commit yourself to a sin or to do something that is wrong, even though you may not be doing it to yourself, but doing it to others? Have you ever felt like, I want that revenge? If I revenge, I'll feel better. If I do not speak, I'll not feel good. Let me just offload this burden that I have. I cannot be the only one that feels this way. Let me also do what the other person has done. Even though it's wrong, I'm going to do it. I want to make the other person feel how I have felt. Because sometimes it's from an angle of wanting to satisfy yourself in the feeling that you're feeling at that moment. It is like justifying your actions. It's like when somebody has done wrong and you go and do the other wrong. And when you do that, you feel like, okay, I mean, it's an equal match now. It's 1-1. It's drawing. We are drawing. You were not going to tell me how you're feeling and how bad I've done because you've done the same to me. Have you ever been in that space? I have. And I have learned through experience, through observation. I've learned through teachings from the elders of the church, those that are already spiritual matured. And there's a word that was spoken today that actually when you are sinning, you feel like you are sinning for that person, but you're actually sinning against yourself. And that word really was stuck with me, and my eyes just went to the word of God. And I started to look at children of God that was fallen short of the sin and what it has done to them. The first person that I looked to was Cain. When Cain was killing his brother, he thought he was dealing with his brother. Nothing will be done to him. Isn't that what happens when you do something wrong? You feel like, you know what, I'm doing it to that person. Abel will die. Abel will not see the light of day. Abel will not see that laughter and joy that God has for him. I'm seizing everything. That is what you're actually doing. But it's like the devil does not show you the mirror back. He takes a mirror and he makes it a see-through. You only see what you're doing to that person, but not what you're doing to yourself. And as soon as you are done, that mirror is turned back to you. And you get to see yourself and what you have done. The devil plays back that video. He plays it back for you. And while he's playing it back for you, he's laughing at you and you feel so bad. Like he shows you every bit and piece of action you have done, every emotion. He will show you just so you think you get back to your state. You get back to your senses, and now you get to see that, wow, what I've done is wrong. Or even though you don't get to your senses, you suffer. Look at what happened to Cain. He suffered. He was cursed by God. He suffered. While you are thinking you are sinning against Jesus, look at what happened to Judas. He actually took a rope himself and he hanged himself because he was feeling bad of what he had done to Jesus. So whatever that he did to Jesus, he didn't do to Jesus only. He did it to himself. Like, it is so, so bad. It is so, so bad. As much as Zacchaeus was overtaxing people, when he met Jesus, he felt so bad. It's like, I'm going to return this thing. So whatever that he was doing, it was actually dealing with his conscience, but he was suppressing it until the time where really that consciousness arose. And when he met Jesus, he couldn't resist anymore. He had to confess. He had to repay. Like when you are sinning, it backfires. Don't ever think that when any sin, any type of sin that you do, it backfires. It deals with you. It deals with you. When you are stealing for someone and you get to be arrested, it is dealing with you. It's not dealing with the person whom you have actually stole money from. It's dealing with you. You are the one who goes to jail. Like, why don't we think it in that manner? Why do we just commit sin, but with patience, with not looking at the fact that, oh, this thing is gonna cost me. I'm gonna be the one that suffers. This is not right. I don't want to do it. I don't want to suffer the consequence. Why don't we see it? Why don't we refrain from it? If you love yourself, you will not allow the devil to deceive you when a situation is coming and you feel like, okay, let me be the bad woman. Let me be the bad man here. Let me show you who I am. You don't know me. You don't really know who I am. You know those kind of pre-talks that charges you to want you to commit wrong things. Refrain, abstain, don't engage, do not be recruited by the spirit of the devil when it's telling you to do such kind of thing. So sin actually is not just sinning against God, but it's sinning against self. You cannot love yourself and you sin against yourself. That's bad. You cannot love yourself and want to suffer for the rest of your life. And that's why God is calling you to say, come here, I'll save you. I'll make sure that you do not commit. So let's wait in the next episode. Goodbye for now.